Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping our news today at noon, parking meters may be making a comeback in the city of Sarasota. ABC 7's Rebecca Vargas joins us now with more on why city leaders say paid parking is inevitable. Rebecca?
Yeah, Scott, Sarasota's parking manager tells me it's not a matter of if anymore, but when. A more than 70-page citywide strategy for parking management is set to be postponed on the city, or proposed rather, on the City Commission's agenda Monday. The topic contentious among residents, merchants, and city leaders for years now. After an installation back in 2012, the downtown parking meters were taken down just months later and sold at a discount back to the distributor. Many said the meters were hard to use, and merchants voiced that they would hurt business. And since then, the parking division was tasked with forming an advisory committee made up of business leaders within the city to find solutions and come up with a strategy. Although it's still at least a year in the making, the parking manager says with the number of hotels and the increasing density of the city, paid parking on streets and in the garages, it's a must to encourage turnover in high-demand space and give drivers more options.
If they've already made up their minds, they're going to do it, and then they're going to find out if it's going to work. And then probably, more than likely, they're going to take them out again.
A lot of cities do have it, and certainly where we come from, they do. You can't park free anywhere.
And some people want to spend more time than 2 hours, and if you pay for it, you ought to be able to shop as long as you want in a certain spot, and it would create some more turnover.
What we're looking to do is just share with the Commission the goals, the objectives, the vision, the strategies for managing parking, and then we're asking for them to approve us moving forward and developing a specific plan. So there is no specific plan today.
Now, the strategy will be discussed at Monday evening City Commission meeting at 6. An ordinance for paid parking specifically in St. Armands will also be brought before commissioners. Scott, back to you.
All right, Rebecca, thank you so much. By next year, there could be some free on-demand transportation in Sarasota. That may help with parking. The Observer reporting there's a proposal for a potential Uber-like downtown circulator service. That proposal is being spearheaded by Downtown Improvement District Operations Manager John Moran, who believes the free service will help alleviate downtown traffic headaches. The city may set aside at least $400,000 in funding for that service. The State Fire Marshal's office is investigating what caused a mobile home in Sarasota to burn last night. Sarasota County fire officials say the fire started at about 9:45 in Wallenda Court off Lockwood Ridge Road. The flames not only engulfed the mobile home, but the car in front of it as well. Their home's roof also collapsed. The resident nearby who saw the fire describes what they saw.
My gosh, like 10 fire trucks coming down the road, and EMS trucks, and it was just like pretty chaotic.
No one was home at the time of the fire, fortunately. Firefighters managed to put out those flames within an hour, which is good news, but you can see not much is left of that mobile home.
Yeah.
All right.
Fast.
Yeah.
Getting into that time of year when we'll see more fires popping up and they'll be harder to fight.
And we sure have been dry lately, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. This month has been dry.
Yeah.
Year-to-date total's not too bad, so the rivers are running pretty good. But yeah, this month the ground moisture is lacking. We might change that a little bit. Inland, we saw a shower or two around yesterday along the sea breeze front. We'll probably do about the same thing again today. But yeah, still the air aloft is dry, and that will limit the number of showers that we do get across the region. The Lakewood Ranch webcam put into motion shows a few fair weather clouds moving through. We had a little disturbance, the tail end of the system that brought all that heavy weather to parts of the deep south. Tried to move through today, but it didn't have much luck in the dry air sitting over us. So we got a little of the cloud cover. But right now, sun is out and shining and is producing temperatures that are about 84 degrees. 81 in Venice, 84 degrees Punta Gorda, and the daytime high today will probably be somewhere around the 86-degree mark. Another hot day here on the SUNCOAST. About a 10% chance of an inland shower for us. I think the further inland you go, the higher those rain chances become. And as far as the next several days go, hotter days coming, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. Changes could be on the way for food trucks and street vendors. Tonight, Sarasota County officials will be holding a public workshop on new changes. Those changes could eliminate a code requiring food trucks and street vendors to keep 800 feet away from established restaurants and 750 feet away from other street vendors. It would also allow vendors to operate in more zoning districts. A workshop to go over the proposal will be held tonight at 6 p.m. at the Robert L. Anderson Administration Center in Venice, and another one will be held Monday at 6 in the Sarasota County Administration Building in downtown Sarasota. Manatee County Animal Services is looking for donations to help kittens that are up for adoption. They're hosting a 3-day kitten shower, which began today. This is kitten season. A lot of them are being born right now. Animal Services need donations of kitten formula, bottle kits, blankets, pet carriers, and wet food. The shower runs through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Downtown Adoption Center on Manatee Avenue West. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office showing off its new jail alcohol and drug pod this morning. The unit will be used for low-risk inmates who are dealing with substance abuse issues. There are 20 beds for women, 20 for men. Inmates will receive access to faith-based programs and recovery-oriented meetings. They'll also have the opportunity to take classes in life skills, anger management, employment training, and parenting. Inmates will stay at least 60 days in the program, and from there they are released from jail or put back into the general jail population.
You got to have a plan, and this program saved my life. It saved my life because now I'm thinking differently, renewing of your mind.
There's a 14-day waiting period for a screening process and wait time for beds to become available. According to the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, 65% of the inmate population admitted to the jail have some type of substance abuse issue.
Yeah, huge problem.
Yeah, we hope that will help.
We sure do.
All right, let's check in with our birds. The ospreys enjoying a nice day out there today, aren't they?
Indeed they are. It was fun having John Gibbons in yesterday, our bird expert, to kind of give us a little clue as to what's going on with the birds. And he laid out a day there, didn't he?
Yeah.
May 15th.
Mid-May.
Yeah, to see little Sonny take flight. So we saw him stretching his wings a couple of times already this morning. Saw both Sarah and Soda in the nest this morning. Do
you see the new addition there to the left?
Yeah, what is that? Can you tell?
That's a big palm frond.
Is that what it is?
And Sarah was having a real hard time putting it in the nest. At one point, it was right on top of Sonny, you know, but I think they finally found a spot for it there.
Oh, how funny, how funny. Yeah, he looks like he's still peeking through the side there. It was interesting, he was mentioning they continue to add sticks and such to the exterior of the nest to create kind of a crib sort of environment, to keep them from falling over. Yeah, it's cool. It's great. It's going to be fun to watch them fly.
Definitely. Let's get over to the kitchen now. Check in for the first time with Chef Joshua Wood from the Muse restaurant in Sarasota. He joins us today. And Chef, what's on the menu for this afternoon?
Today we're doing our Faroe Island salmon salad with a light summer veg salad and a goji berry vinaigrette.
Sounds delicious. We'll find out how it all comes together in just a little bit.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. What secrets still remain behind these walls? Ex-followers break their silence.
I just shake inside because I could never tell anybody.
Inside Scientology on the Suncoast. Tomorrow on ABC 7 News at 7.
Are you one of the millions of Americans suffering from chronic knee pain, arthritis, or osteoarthritis of the knee? Have you been told knee replacement surgery is your only option? Then call the number on your screen and see if you qualify for a breakthrough treatment that is helping people like you find relief from knee pain without pills or surgery. This innovative treatment utilizes an FDA-approved product that replenishes the lubricant in your joints that may be lost over time or as a result of injury. This all-natural lubricant is introduced into the knee where it creates a cushioning layer that protects the joint, helping it to move smoothly and without pain. This emerging treatment is covered by most insurance, including Medicare, and is considered by many to be the first major breakthrough for relieving knee pain in years. So if you're tired of living with knee pain, call the number on your screen right now to see if you may be a candidate for this emerging knee pain treatment. It might be the knee pain treatment that changes your life and gets you back on your feet for good.
Attention! This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, even death. If you or a loved one suffered serious complications, call IVC Filter Helpline now. you may be entitled to compensation. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call IVC Filter Helpline today. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call today for a free confidential consultation. Don't fight this alone. Call IVC Filter Helpline now.
Please call 800-897-6764. That is 800-897-6764.
It's a mortgage sale for a limited time at Trustco Bank, no application fee. Stop in any branch today. Save even more with low closing costs. See why your neighbors choose Trustco Bank. Visit TrustcoBank.com for details.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
Equal housing lender.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Warming up outside. We already have a temperature of 84 degrees, and I'll bet you we add another couple of degrees onto that. Our winds are now shifting, though, out of the southwest. The sea breeze starting, coming in off Gulf waters to cool the coastline just a little bit. So we're only going to lift this temperature another couple of degrees before the sea breeze starts to stabilize things near the coastline. Inland, you're going to see 90 degrees today, or pretty close to it. So a hot streak now starting that'll last probably for the next 5 days or so, till the next really weak front kind of limps its way through and lowers the temperatures a few degrees. We're not going to see a 10-degree drop in temperature anymore, I don't think, right straight through summer. 84 degrees Wauchula, Mayaca, 85 in Arcadia, 84 in Northport. We've got 84 degrees in Punta Gorda, 79 in Inglewood, a little cooler there with 81 in Venice. 83 Lakewood Ranch, 84 in Parrish, and in Bradenton we got 84 degrees there too. Longboat Key comes in at 77 degrees. So we have a couple of things going on across the state of Florida, none of which terribly affect our weather. We had that one little trough of low pressure, kind of a leftover storm complex squall line that moved through North Florida earlier on. Didn't really produce much in the way of rainfall. That was a really strong squall line at one point with the baseball and softball size hail through Texas, large gusty wind storms coming through parts of Louisiana, and then kind of fell apart as it moved through Florida in this dry air. Plus some storminess back to the west, part of a frontal boundary that kind of extends and wraps up around a couple areas of low pressure. But for us, we have this dry air indicated on the water vapor imagery as this tan colorized area, and that is moving right across us. So showers that try to form, gonna have a tough time with all that dry air aloft. You can see there are a few thunderstorms located closer to where that trough of low pressure and frontal boundary is located north of us, but it's going to stall out there, and that is not going to move further south and impact our weather whatsoever. May kick up our wind speeds just a little bit as we head into the next 24 hours, but it's really no big deal. It's part of a frontal boundary, as I mentioned, that kind of wraps up along the eastern seaboard and then back toward the west in the northern tier states where there are rain showers in progress. Potential exists along the mid-Atlantic for some stronger storms today, perhaps even severe storms today, especially in the Carolinas, but particularly in North Carolina. Raleigh-Durham Airport stretching back through Charlotte has a potential of seeing airport delays because of storminess. And then another frontal boundary located back to the west, that's the one that just basically stalls out over North Florida and washes away. It's not going to do much, but it could be some more severe weather back in Texas today as we do get a little bit of a combination of dry line activity and frontal boundary. Mostly sunny skies, warm afternoon, isolated inland showers for us, more widespread the further inland you go. Those are the weather highlights. Watch the RPM computer model rainfall forecast. The showers build along that sea breeze front. Where do they go? Toward the other coast, away from us, or die out in place. So we don't get a lot of storms from this particular setup that we're in right now. Dry weather continues. A southeast wind switches southwest through the evening hours and then switches back to the southeast overnight. 2-foot seas, a light chop. And the official Suncoast forecast calls for nice couple of days, but warm. As we head into the weekend, we will be pretty close to the 90-degree mark. Scott?
Oh boy, thank you so much, John. In health news, Harvard University is beginning to worry about a growing mumps outbreak on campus. The number of cases now at 41. At least 11 of those students are in self-isolation. The first case was reported about 2 months ago. All the students affected had been immunized against mumps, but according to the CDC, even after 2 doses of the vaccine, 12% are still at risk for contracting the virus. Mumps is spread in crowded environments by droplets of saliva from coughing, sneezing, shared eating utensils, and kissing. Symptoms include puffy cheeks or jaws, fever, headache, muscle ache, and fatigue.
We've heard it's very contagious, and there's a lot of people around us that have it, so we're a little scared.
I have a lot of friends who've actually had it, but I'm just really thankful not to have had it yet.
Additional cases have shown up on other campuses, including 53 at 2 different universities in Indiana. NASA is helping in the battle against Zika. Scientists have created a forecast map showing the potential spread of the virus in the United States. According to that map, the southern and eastern U.S. are at higher risk as the warmer summer temperatures creep in. Zika is mostly spread through mosquito bites. The symptoms include fever, rash, and joint pain. The illness is usually mild, but infection during pregnancy can cause serious birth defects. Right now, the White House is locked in a battle with Congress for funding to fight the virus. NASA scientists hope this new map will help the U.S. target future search and destroy missions for those infected mosquitoes. And now to a parenting alert about spanking. Nearly 70% of Americans say they approve of it, but a new study says it could raise the risk of serious long-term problems for children. According to that study, spanking your child with the bottom of your hand showed no long-term benefits. However, some potential outcomes included children having aggressive behavior, low self-esteem, poor parent-child relationships, and mental illness such as depression. Some suggestions pediatricians offer for more effective discipline are timeouts, removing privileges, and modeling good behavior. But there are some discrepancies about the study since most of it included more severe forms of punishment. Coming up, a new workout class is giving a whole new meaning to endurance and stamina. We'll tell you about it next in Donnie Be Fit. And a man's love for adventure and the ocean has earned him a Guinness World Record. His story coming up.
At ABC7, our entire weathercast is dedicated to the Suncoast, and now we bring it to you like never before with the all-new official Suncoast forecast.
Beach and boating forecast. The winds will be out of the northwest at 10 knots.
Now, with the most advanced graphics and technology, we bring you weather where you live, pinpointing right down to your neighborhood.
Zooming into the Sarasota Bayfront,
the all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
She could be our nation's first female president, and she sings karaoke? I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, wait till you see what we are up to with Florida Studio Theater. Lulu from 92.1 CTQ co-hosts with us. We'll all unleash our inner rock stars as we air drum for a new workout. Comedian Tim Wilkins stops by, and Servando's is in the kitchen.
Today at 4 on ABC7 Suncoast View. Smart, fun talk that's everything Suncoast.
The official Suncoast Storm Team at ABC7. We're here for you. It's Ram Truck Month, and that means big savings on some of America's best vehicles at Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value. A new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $17,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Sarasota.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits on the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
We're getting our first look at the new Olympic uniforms that Team USA will be wearing this summer. Ralph Lauren debuting the new look this week. Athletes will be able to choose between a red, white, or blue button-down polo shirt, of course. They'll wear them with khaki chino shorts, with boat shoes, and a cotton bracelet. You can wear them too. The outfits are now for sale online. The uniforms for the opening ceremony, though, will be unveiled closer to the August 5th start date of the Summer Games in Rio. Well, when a workout gets results, people stick with it, right? And new people flock to it. In today's Donnie Be Fit, ABC 7's Don Brennan is here to show us a workout that's helping participants reach some new heights. That sounds promising.
Yeah, Scott Nicole Carson, she really feels that she gets results in what she does in her athletic performance training class, and because she's nice. Like the old saying, you get more flies with honey, and this workout is money. Brandon Ullery runs and he races in triathlons, but it was a ski trip that got him to go to athletic training performance classes at Definition Fit in Sarasota.
I ride and run a lot, but I wanted to make sure my legs were ready for skiing. So I talked to Dave and Nicole, and they suggested I come in and take Nicole's overall athletic performance class. In the first couple weeks, I could hardly make it through an hour.
He kept at it, and after 4 months of taking the class regularly with instructor Nicole Carson, he liked the results.
Just about a week ago, I completed the Escape from Fort DeSoto triathlon, and for the first time ever, I placed in my age group at 4th. Before, I'd never even broken the top 10.
Carson prepares not just for daily classes, but for well into the future, all with her clients in mind.
The workouts are scheduled 3 to 6 weeks in advance, so there's a specific programming, specific progression.
She uses a methodology developed by IMG, and then she tweaks it depending on who she has in class or what their plans are.
I have a lot of athletes that are runners and cyclists, so I really try to cater to those type of people to help strengthen their bodies, to help prevent injury.
Economy of time and preventing injury were all Michelle Krause, a professional tennis coach, needed to hear. She has been a believer for 4 years now.
As a tennis professional, my #1 priority is to always keep my body safe and injury-free. So to do that, I've got to be strong. In 1 hour, I'm going to work every single body part. I'm going to increase my strength, my power. I'm going to increase my agility.
Also, the repeat clients like the small class size, usually no more than 8 in each of the 9 weekly classes, and they respond better to Carson's type of instruction.
I think people come back because I'm nice. I'm mean, but I'm nice. Like, you know, sometimes they may dislike me during the workout because I push them, but at the end they know that I'm pushing them for a reason because I want them to be better.
He likes it because he saw a clear difference from before he took athletic training performance.
Finish up that triathlon, there was somebody right behind me, and I had something left for a kick for a sprint like I haven't seen in years, and that's all thanks to Definition Fit and the athletic performance training class.
Yeah, 9 classes a week, so 5:30 a.m., 7 a.m., and 8 a.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it's just an hour class. And well, Ullery's a triathlete, and he had trouble getting through it at the beginning, and I don't know if I'd be able to get through it, but you can go at your own pace, so you don't have to be scared like I am.
Yeah, and he went from outside the top 10 to 4th, so
Yeah.
that's quite an improvement.
And he said it was the end too. He felt it in the end when he knew he had the extra kick to you know, relinquish his or vanquish his rivals.
Right.
Yes.
And he did.
Yeah.
All right, Donnie, thank you so much. Let's get over to the kitchen now. John is there with Joshua Wood from the Muse restaurant. Hey, guys.
That's right. Chef Joshua making his debut in our kitchen. Thanks for coming in today, sir.
Thanks for having me today.
Appreciate it. You're very welcome to be here, and we thank you for taking time out. So tell us what we're cooking here. The Muse restaurant, we should say, is at the Oslo Theater, right?
It's actually in the Ringling Museum, right in the mezzanine.
Right. And it's a lovely, lovely theater, both inside and outside dining. And
actually just won Best New Restaurant.
Pardon?
Actually just got awarded Best New Restaurant.
It's right.
Yeah, so it'll be coming out next week.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you very much. We're very proud of it.
That's awesome. So tell us what you're cooking.
So the first thing you want to make sure, the most important thing, is you want to get a good sear on the salmon. The natural sugars inside the meat will caramelize and cause a good flavor that you and your guests will love. While this is going, we're going to go over here to the salad. So the mix is your basic mesclun greens. At the restaurant, we use carrots, zucchini, summer squash, as our summer veg mix. At home, you can use whatever you'd like. Next up is going to be our goji berry vinaigrette.
Now, we were talking about this earlier. Goji berries are that superfood from, from the tropics, right?
That is correct. So they have a lot of beta carotene in them. which allows you to, your immune system gets boosted and it promotes eye health, and they're really, really good for you, actually.
Well, I just tasted one. I've never actually tasted an actual goji berry, and they're delicious.
You know, you can find them at Whole Foods right downtown.
Is that right? Very
right.
smooth, very almost savory for a berry. Great. So what do you do with them?
So in the restaurant, we take our basic vinaigrette base and we add them to them, and we puree them in, and then in the end we add whole goji berries. Now at home, you can take your favorite Italian dressing and you can just stir them in, and the vinegar and the acid in the vinaigrette will actually break them down and release that flavor you were talking about.
And how long do you have to let them sit and macerate before?
We want to do about 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
You know, so it's something you do ahead of time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of dressing.
Tip.
Yeah, we're going to mix it in here.
Oh yes, I can see the berries there.
Yes, the whole berries. Give it a little stir here. Get everything nice and evenly coated.
Do you like to locally source your greens?
You know, we do. We do. We get a lot of our things from local farms, you know, Plant City and up in Wauchula. And so what we do in the restaurant is we do a little bit of garnish work here.
Oh, I thought that was the plate. That's just the staging
That's
area
just
there.
the mixing bowl, correct.
All right, gotcha.
Correct.
Nice.
And you want to plate it up here. We have our fresh sliced watermelon radish as a nice pop of color. Come over here.
Now the secret to your salmon, I guess, is going to be a really hot skillet, right?
That's correct. You want to make sure you get the oil nice and hot before you start, or the salmon will just sit in there and none of the magic will happen that we're looking for.
Okay.
Give this a quick turn over.
So you want to get a nice, oh, look at that.
That's the natural caramelization we're talking about there. Bring out a lot of flavor in the salmon. And the thing about Faroe Island salmon is that it has, the Faroe Islands have the highest regulations for farming. And what they do is when they have their pens and they harvest, they leave them dormant for about 6 or 9 months.
Really?
And the natural motion of the ocean water comes through, and it's like a natural filtration process. So it's really the highest quality fish.
So this is aquaculture. This is not in pins in some factory.
This is sustainable as well.
And that's important, right? Because there are varying qualities of farm-raised salmon. So you got to make sure what you're eating here.
Not to mention the overfishing that we have today.
Well, that's quite true. That's quite true. Aquaculture is our hope.
It is now.
So this looks absolutely delicious. You can get it on the menu, right?
Yes, it's on the menu right now.
Summer menu.
That's correct.
So that's absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Josh, for
Thank you
coming
very
in today.
much.
You're absolutely fantastic. Coming back anytime you like, okay?
Looking forward to it.
We'll be right back.
This week on Animal Outtakes, from the elusive panther to playful otters, Florida is home to a wide variety of wildlife. Join us this week to learn about some of our state's amazing animals.
Music on Main at Lakewood Ranch. If you haven't been, come on out and see what you've been missing. The first Friday of every month, you can enjoy a free concert, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Catch up with friends, enjoy free activities for the kids, or make it date night. Whatever your pleasure, there's something for everyone at Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by these sponsors at ABC7.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better eater.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
It's a mortgage sale for a limited time at Trustco Bank, no application fee. Stop in any branch today. Save even more with low closing costs. See why your neighbors choose Trustco Bank. Visit TrustcoBank.com for details.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
Equal housing lender.
We are delighted to have Dr. Kaminsky join our team at the Totoli Cancer Center.
I'm a radiation oncologist. I was at the National Institutes of Health, most recently at the Medical College of Georgia, specialized in central nervous system cancers, prostate cancers, and other types. At the Totoli Cancer Center, we have a level of technology that is second to none.
He has a great wealth of knowledge and shares the same passion that we have for patient care.
My family and I are happy to be here in Sarasota and I'm excited to treat our patients here at the Totoli Cancer Center.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom. the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. The man accused of killing former NFL player Will Smith is expected in court in New Orleans today. Cardell Hayes will have a preliminary hearing to determine whether there is probable cause to keep him in custody before he's put on trial. Prosecutors say Hayes shot and killed Smith after the two men exchanged words earlier this month. Smith's wife was shot in the right leg but did survive. Hayes' attorney claims that Smith was the aggressor. Palm Beach officials say they'll continue their investigation of a former officer and the shooting death of a musician. The case involving 31-year-old Corey Jones will be sent to a grand jury. Jones was shot and killed by a police officer while waiting for a tow truck last October. The officer was on duty but not in uniform when he shot Jones. He was also in an unmarked car. Prosecutors will have to decide on whether or not the officer will face charges. Jones's family says they're pleased this case is moving forward, but are leery about the process.
The one thing that I was looking for was for them to let us know that they will actually have the passion behind fighting for Corey. I didn't want anything that was thrown together, just a whole bunch of paperwork and they just leave.
Although Jones was legally armed at the time of the shooting, his family says he did not pose a threat to that officer. A massive search for a 2-year-old toddler ends in tragedy in Pasco County. Deputies finding the body of Clayton Foskey in a pond about 150 yards from his home in Hudson. Surveillance cameras caught the boy wandering away from his home last night around 7 o'clock. About 60 law enforcement officers and members of the community were looking for him. An investigation into his death is ongoing. New clues may reveal what really happened to the 2 Florida teens lost at sea last summer. At first, it seemed like a tragic accident, but new evidence from the boat may point to foul play. ABC 7's Adam Cellini explains.
Investigators trying to uncover what happened to boaters Perry Cohen and Austin Stephanos may have some new clues to work with. Those newly released pictures of the boys' boat found off the coast of Bermuda last month are raising alarming new questions.
I don't know what happened. I don't know his last moments.
The Cohen family attorney says that this photo may point to the possibility of foul play. The ignition switch on the engine is turned off, indicating a likelihood someone disabled the boat intentionally before it capsized. The Cohen's attorney suggests this could even mean there was an unknown third person on board.
It's haunting and it's terrifying.
Another clue, Austin's waterlogged iPhone, which was found with the wreckage. The teen's family are working with Fish and Wildlife officials, trying to find a way to recover the data from the device after it spent 8 months submerged in corrosive saltwater. They hope texts or photos may finally give them answers to what exactly happened to these 2 boys.
I miss him dearly and would do anything to get him back.
Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Adam, thank you. The family of one of the teens who went missing is dropping their lawsuit over information on the friend's cell phone. Perry Cohen's family says it's satisfied the family of Austin Stephanos will share whatever information is found on the phone with them and with law enforcement. A love for adventure has gotten one man into the Guinness Book of World Records. Utah thrill seeker Martin Fry has made history of becoming the first to climb the 7 summits and sail the 7 seas. That journey took him only 11 years. Fry got the idea while on an African safari. By 2012, he had climbed to the top of the highest peaks on each continent. 2 months later, he decided to tackle the 7 seas in his yacht. He and his family spent 9 months in the South Pacific and then continued through Indonesia over to Africa then Brazil, and back to the Caribbean. Fry says he hopes by sharing his story, he'll inspire other people.
Anyone can do this. You just have to sign on and be willing to take on a great adventure and have a great attitude, and your dream of crossing an ocean will come true.
Fry says his goal is to use his stories to motivate others to follow their dreams. What a dream that is, huh?
I said, imagine it. You need to be motivated and have a whole lot of money.
That helps. Yeah, definitely.
That's wonderful. Good for him. Some beautiful weather out there today.
Yes.
Just really, really nice. Humidity starting to increase just a little bit. You may notice that. Our dew points now are in the mid to upper 60s most everywhere, and I don't think we'll see them back in the 50s again for about 6 months.
Oh, boy.
I think so. We do have another front coming our way next week, but it's going to be very weak indeed. Punta Gorda webcam put into motion shows, well, not a lot of cloud cover across our region. We had some earlier on, but it has kind of come and gone, leaving mostly blue skies out there, and certainly a lot of sunshine. The sunshine helping to boost temperatures nicely now into the 80s most everywhere. 84 degrees Sarasota, Bradenton, 84 in Punta Gorda, and down to the south, temperatures are even warmer. Inland will probably hit 90. We'll top it out officially, I think, at about 86 with a slight chance of rain showers. Inland, I think a much better chance of rain showers and the potential for some pretty good storms as well. We'll talk all about the forecast coming up in a few.
John, thank you. In the race for president, Ted Cruz is getting some new help on the campaign trail after announcing Carly Fiorina as his running mate. Fiorina has some experience in the fight against frontrunner Donald Trump after the billionaire criticized her face. And even though Cruz is far behind Trump in delegates, he hopes to best him next week in a crucial Indiana primary. But analysts say in order for Cruz to win the Republican nomination, he'll need a Hail Mary.
I think it's going to have zero effect. When you're at the end of a season, you're way behind and you're on a very bad 6-game losing streak, adding a relief pitcher who flushed out of the majors earlier in the season isn't going to help you instill faith in your fans.
On the Democratic side, the Bernie Sanders campaign announced it's laying off hundreds of workers to focus on the remaining primaries. He denies the move is in response to disappointing losses in this week's primaries to Hillary Clinton. Another recall alert for Ford. The company is recalling about 81,000 of its SUVs to fix a suspension defect. That defect is in certain 2014 and 2015 Ford Explorer and Ford Police Interceptor SUVs. Ford is also recalling about 202,000 pickup trucks, SUVs, and cars to repair a transmission flaw involving a speed sensor. That defect can cause the system to downshift to first gear at the wrong time. And electric cars are in the future for Volkswagen. The CEO of the German car maker says Volkswagen is focused on getting past its scandal over cheating on diesel emissions tests. The company says recalling and fixing those cars will remain their most important task for now. Volkswagen plans to debut 20 new models of its electric cars by the year 2020. Well, a few kids are learning the ins and outs of running a business this morning. About 20 fifth graders from St. Martha's Catholic School worked today at the Serving Spoon restaurant in Sarasota. Owner Natasha Menke walked the students through what it takes to stock up and serve thousands each week, from the budget to baking cookies. The visit started with a tour, followed by a big breakfast and fresh baked chocolate chip cookies, which the kids helped make. The field trip is part of a year-long project where the kids have had to dig into the details of running a restaurant.
I'm hoping that the kids will be inspired to be creative. What we do in the classroom hopefully can carry on to their life and maybe their dreams one day.
It was really fun to create pictures on what you want it to look like, and I like to type the essays about the restaurant.
St. Martha teachers were also there helping their students create menus and break down supply sheets. They also named their own restaurants. Some names include, for these budding entrepreneurs, Piper's Pancake Palace, I love that one, and the Bee Diner. Good ideas. Look for those in the future. Let's get back to John now, who has a special guest from Sarasota High School's theater program. John?
That's right, Scott. You know what? You talk to any educator and they will tell you the importance of a strong arts program in the school system. And now the largest theater production in the history of Sarasota High School has opened this week. And it will continue tonight and tomorrow with the music of Elton John and Tim Rice. It is a lush tapestry of music, story, and about 75 of the most talented young adults here in Sarasota. Joining me now is one of the actors, Sean Cacciola. Thanks for joining us today, Sean. Appreciate it.
No problem.
You're a sophomore,
Yes.
is that right, at Sarasota High School? And you've got yourself a pretty decent role in this show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us about Aida. It must be amazing to work on such a large production.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's a fast-paced romantic comedy, and it's great to be with Aida and with Miss D.
Oh, she's wonderful, isn't she?
Yeah, she gave me this role, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So we build our own sets, and there's, like you said, 75 people back there, and we have to be quiet, we have to be calm, and the adrenaline's always pumping, and it's such a great experience.
Well, you really devote yourself. All the students devote yourself to this production, right? I mean, you have raised your own funds. You don't get a dime from the school system or from state or federal agency. I mean, this is all your creation, your students' creation, the parents' creation, and you do everything associated with the production, like such as sets, costumes, everything?
We go on flash mobs, sometimes to geckos, sometimes just random restaurants. It's awesome.
And this production has 75 people in it. How do you even keep track of so many people?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Miss D.
But it's a musical as well, right? I mean, there's some amazing music. Tim Rice, of course, a fantastic composer. And Elton John, can't beat his music.
Nope.
Give us a brief sketch of the story.
Well,
in 10 seconds or less.
Aida and Radames are found together on a boat. Radames picks up these slaves, doesn't know that Aida is the princess of the Nubian king. So he is engaged to the daughter of the pharaoh, and he soon finds his love in the arms of Aida behind the back of Princess Amneris.
Oh, and drama ensues, I should imagine.
Yes.
Well, it's great. It's on again tonight, right?
Tonight
at what time?
7.
7, and tomorrow night as well at 7. And it looks like on Saturday as well. Is that correct? Yeah.
There's also a matinee at 2.
Okay.
On Saturday.
2 and 7. So get your tickets, support the theater program at Sarasota High School, and congratulations on what I hear is an outstanding production.
It is.
Well done. Scott?
Thank you both. Well, you never know what you're going to find at Selby Gardens. Up next, how a spontaneous surprise at the gardens is connecting the Suncoast and Japan. The story coming up.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
At 6:30, ABC brings you news from around the world, and now ABC 7 brings you more in-depth coverage of the stories making news on the Suncoast. Join your Suncoast news team for the all-new ABC 7 News 7.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan. When it comes to sleep, not all of us need the same amount a night, but science is pointing to one thing that might make you need more of it.
Tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll show you how brain injuries impact your sleeping pattern. John?
We'll watch more sunny weather and warmer temperatures coming our way for the weekend. We'll detail the forecast.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC 7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Sunset Fiat is Italian style. Sunset Fiat is fashion forward. Come see the all-new Fiat collection at Sunset Fiat with new 2015 Fiat 500s priced from $12,999. Sunset Fiat is cool and sexy with freedom to move and room to evolve. Visit Sunset Fiat in Sarasota or shop online at fiatusaofsarasota.com.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
The kitchen is where life happens. Minnesota Flooring now offers a wide variety of beautiful quality craft-made cabinetry to make sure the heart of your home reflects your style. Visit us today at our new kitchen and bath cabinetry locations.
So across the region, temperatures are getting warmer and warmer. Inland, I bet we hit the 90 mark today, or pretty close to it. Right now we're at 84 at the airport, and we have a south-southwest wind already at about 13, kind of stirring up that sea breeze, getting it moving inland and producing a little bit cooler temperatures near the coast, but still 84 already. We'll probably hit 86 as a daytime high officially. Dew points are rising. We're at 67 now, and I have little doubt that by the end of this week, we'll be in the 70s for dew point. And I think everybody agrees that when you hit dew points of 70s, it feels muggy in the afternoons. And so we are definitely headed towards summer-like feel to the air as we head into this weekend. 85 Wauchula, 87 Arcadia, Mayaca at 80, 85, 84 Northport, 84 Punta Gorda, 79 Inglewood at 81 degrees in Venice, 84 Lakewood Ranch, 85s in Parrish and Bradenton, 77 degrees. Out of Longboat Key. Explosion of showers and thunderstorms to the north of us, all associated with a frontal boundary that kind of meanders up the eastern seaboard and wraps around a couple areas of low pressure in the northern tier. We have over us, though, some very dry air indicated by these kind of tan colorizations of the water vapor that is at mid and upper levels of our atmosphere. So with this drier air aloft all across the peninsula, it's going to be hard to produce much rainfall unless you get a really good kicker in the atmosphere and enough heating. And I think inland you will get enough heating as temperatures get close to the 90 mark. And the kicker is going to come from the sea breeze collision with our southeast general flow of air around a high pressure ridge sitting out in the Atlantic. Those two items together, I think, will be sufficient to bring us some showers in inland areas in a couple hours. Right now, some pretty big thunderstorm activity off of Pensacola right now, and we have some very dry conditions locally, but these showers are part of a system that, as I mentioned, kind of wraps up around an area of low pressure that is going to move toward the mid-Atlantic coast and produce the potential for some severe weather in parts of the Carolinas. So North Carolina, Raleigh-Durham Airport, the Charlotte Airport, both have the potential for seeing airport delays because of rough weather. Also back in Texas, there could be some potential for strong storms there too. Texas, Oklahoma, that border area, you could see strong storms. So the Dallas airport may also see some airport delays later on today. So the southeast wind flow collides with a localized sea breeze front, and boom, we get showers and thunderstorms building in inland areas. Otherwise, most of us near the coast will enjoy mostly sunny skies, warm temperatures, and just that isolated inland shower that is going to be close by, but over on the other side of the interstate for the most part, I think, or maybe around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor or Tampa Bay. You can see a little bit of the cloud cover we had earlier kind of moving off. RPM computer model shows those showers building along the sea breeze front and either dying out in place or drifting toward the other coastline under the influence of a fairly strong sea breeze today. The official Suncoast forecast kind of looks like this. We'll have that shifting wind for boaters today, coming in at about 5 to 10 knots. And then over the course of the next several days, we warm up and we get more humid as well as we head into the weekend. Next chance of rain, I think that's reasonable for the coast, will be early next week. Back to you, Scott.
All right, John, thank you. An unexpected letter from Japan arrives at Selby Botanical Gardens. It includes a story about the garden's popular bell that was previously unknown. Selby's Mike McLaughlin has the story.
Throughout the grounds of Selby Gardens, statues, sculptures, and historic artifacts are woven among the outdoor gardens. Many of these pieces are gifts given to Selby Gardens from families of longtime supporters of this institution. Other elements, such as this bell, were added to the landscape simply as ornamental pieces without much backstory, or so we thought, until a letter from Japan recently arrived on the desk of our CEO.
One day I was in my office and this unbelievable letter showed up, postmarked from Japan. Inside was this amazing letter from a Buddhist monk in a small village in Japan telling me the story tying to Selby Gardens' beloved bell, which is at our koi pond. A young woman from the University of Michigan was visiting Sarasota, came to Selby Gardens and saw the bell and read the inscription on the bell, which was in Japanese, and realized that it was from her hometown. So she took a picture of the bell and sent it to her father, who actually knew the son of this monk and informed him that the bell was still in existence and resided here at Selby Gardens.
The letter from the 80-year-old Mr. Anjiki went on to tell the history of the bell, which was previously unknown to the gardens. The 117-year-old bell is called a kansho and is rung at the opening of Buddhist temple ceremonies. The bell was taken from the temple by the Japanese government during World War II to be melted down to create weapons. Thankfully, the bell was not melted and was returned to the temple, but Mr. Anjiki tells us in his letter that upon its return, the bell started to make strange sounds when it was struck, so the temple replaced it and put the old bell in storage. There it remained until an antiques dealer visited the temple and bought it. In 2008, Selby Gardens purchased the bell online and had it shipped around the world to Sarasota.
I was so moved by Mr. Anjiki's letter because he really found the continued existence of the bell to be a miracle, and one that symbolized the peace between America and Japan and a symbol of American-Japanese relations. This bell means so much to the people of Sarasota and to all of our visitors that come here. It's really enjoyed by everyone. It's a focal point right by the koi pond. Many of our annual visitors ring that bell every single day. So I think knowing its provenance and how it came to be is such a magical story.
It is a fascinating story. Thank you so much. Up next, new details are emerging about the death of Prince. And from one legend to another, the big plans the Beach Boys have in place for Memorial Day. It's all coming up next in entertainment news.
Mom needed more care than we could provide, so we called Granny Nannies. She now has around-the-clock caregivers, and we have peace of mind. Thanks to them, she's where she belongs, at home.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
Introducing the all-new MySuncoast.com. MySuncoast.com has been completely redesigned and includes even more great content and features, including Marketplace, the area's most complete group of listings for local businesses, an all-new entertainment section with the latest news, events, and happenings from around the Suncoast, and your photo submissions. A brand new experience on your desktop or mobile device. The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
At ABC7, our entire weathercast is dedicated to the Suncoast, and now we bring it to you like never before with the all-new official Suncoast forecast.
Beach and boating forecast. The winds will be out of the northwest at 10 knots.
Now, with the most advanced graphics and technology, we bring you weather where you live, pinpointing right down to your neighborhood. Zooming into the Sarasota Bayfront,
the all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Now, Saturdays at 7:30 on ABC7. The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on a pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
At Granny Nannies, we provide your loved ones with the care they deserve, compassionate and experienced help right where you need it most, at home. Visit us at GrannyNannies.com.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
We're learning more about the death of Prince. According to the law enforcement sources, opioid medication was found in Prince's home at the time of his death. Officials say Prince had a prescription for the pills. Still too early to know if those drugs had anything to do with how he died. Also, next week could be a record one for the musician. Prince could have 5 albums in the top 10 on the Billboard 200 album chart. That's never been done before. But while Prince might own half of the top 10, he might not have the top spot because Beyoncé's new album, Lemonade, will likely be #1. Speaking of Beyoncé, the self-proclaimed Queen Bee kicking off her Formation World Tour last night in Miami. It's her first concert since releasing her album, Lemonade, after an HBO special with full visuals. Much of the album appears to tie into Beyoncé's life. Her latest album could sell 450,000 copies or more in its first week. And the Beach Boys are heading to the White House. The band will be headlining this year's Memorial Day concert on the lawn of the U.S. Capitol. The concert honors America's service members and veterans. Country singer Trace Atkins and Renee Fleming will also be performing. That concert will be broadcast live on PBS from 8 until 9:30 Memorial Day, May 29th. Beach Boys, one of my favorites.
Oh, I love them.
Great music, just feel-good music, you know.
Got to sing with them once when they were in town here.
That's
that was great.
right, I remember that.
Oh, what a day
thrill,
that was.
huh?
It's actually more like the Beach Boy now.
Yeah.
But still, it was so much fun. I love their music. You can't help but feel good when you hear their music, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, have a wonderful day ahead, and we invite you back at 5 o'clock for more news and weather. So hope to see you then.
At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. Introducing ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community. With a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7, weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast. Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan. When it comes to sleep, not all of us need the same amount a night, but science is pointing to one thing that might make you need more of it.
Tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast, we'll show you how brain injuries impact your sleeping pattern. John?
We'll watch more sunny weather and warmer temperatures coming our way for the weekend. We'll detail the forecast.
Tomorrow at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.